No, nothing.
It's going to be fucking blood on the floor, blood on the walls, eyebrows and fur and hair everywhere.
Not at all.
You told me I'd be sitting around, just looking around like...
But I have always said, people said to me, oh, God, you've won before, what's your plan?
Win again.
Well, no, but the thing is, you can't have a plan. Because you have to get in and then you don't even
assess,
know who,
yeah.
you do.
Got to meet people
and that's the
see.
thing, if people go, I'm going to plan, be clever. Don't have a plan. If you want to have a plan, go in there, assess, and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I think, be a plan. I always said, be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the majority of times, not all of us are going to be liked, because it is a popularity contest.
It is.
But I've always said, if you can stay true to yourself and walk out with your head held high, you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And you really, and people don't. And I think when I did it, people put too much pressure on doing the show. Like the show was going to change everything. And I learned from doing it that actually it doesn't. It actually doesn't change everything. It can make things worse, if anything. And I think people never realise that going on the show. I'm sure Makosi would probably, a valid example, do you know what I mean? There are certain people that have done, you think, actually, you're right.
Makosi.
I feel sorry for her because we're having a conversation there and I almost feel a bit like she regrets so much what she did. I think she's definitely paid the price for it. Do you not think?
Yeah, a lot of what, yeah. I mean, stuff on the show, stuff after the show, it's just...
I know nothing of her. I mean, I would never have any contact with her, or people I knew never associated with her. I know what I've seen on the show and I met her twice. She was lovely to me.
Yeah, no, I've never had a problem with her whatsoever. It's just...
Oh, she clearly, I mean, she dresses like a superstar. I think if you see Makosi, you would think she was someone. And do you get, and that sounds bad by saying it, but it's almost like she looks like a superstar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I do. I do.
And she carries herself, and I think it's amazing to think that she treats herself like a superstar.
Makosi.
Because she does.
Interesting.
The way she talks to herself in the third person. Makosi wouldn't do that. And it's almost like, Makosi, is it raining? Well, define rain. What, Makosi, is it raining? It's always like, do you when you want a yes-no answer?
Yeah. You can't get a yes or no. I tried that the other day.
But in a way, I admire that because it's funny. In a way. Makosi, is the house on fire? Are you feeling hot? Is it burning down?
Makosi.
Do you know what I mean?
I wonder why they didn't get...
About going back on Big Brother. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she was ringing me up every day going, you got to do for BB2. You got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. Did they ask anyone else for my year? I think Bubble's kind of gone down the acting route, hasn't he?
Yeah, because I saw him at this photo shoot and everyone's been very coy about it, and you get where everyone's... It's public knowledge, everyone's allegedly been chatted to. But those who hadn't, I think, said they had been to keep up face. But, you know, Bubble seemed, you know, I think he'd have loved to do it, but I think there are certain characters that were memorable, like him and his tongue out and his hat.
And the hats, yeah.
But
gone so well.
Would that make a good ultimate housemate?
But I think you think everyone that is here is obviously here for a reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of makes my head go a bit big thinking that I was chosen. Do you know when you think about it? Is that there was like, what was there? There was actually only going to be 5 places. But everyone else was celebrity contestants. 5 out of how many?
Yeah, 100 and something.
Well, 170 were civilian and 80 were celebrities.
Yeah, so it's amazing to think that you're part of that.
Too many
But like you said, you're true to yourself. I think they've got us in... hopefully we'll replicate or try and replicate what happened before.
Yeah. I've got to go and have a word.
Yeah, probably.
Will there be tears before bedtime?
I don't think
it's probably better to do it tomorrow. She's probably...
think?
Yeah.
Well, I just got to ask her how she is because she spoke to me earlier. Wish me luck. How she put that fucking thing down she had in her hand.
Don't say we told you.
Oh, no, of course I won't. Hiya, love.
And there you have it.
Brilliant.
Do you know what it is? Those 2 glasses of wine?
I know.
Where were you?
I was drunk. I had a snack.
What did you have?
Toast and jam.
Do you know what? If I find But you didn't put yours on the toast, did you? You put yours on the side.
No, so I could come and sit down and not bring the pots in.
Nikki, I feel a bit drunk.
Still.
Well, no, I just feel really hot now. I feel like I've got actually quite sunburn.
Yeah, I think you may have a little bit of sunstroke, babe.
So do you in your face?
Really?
A little bit here.
My freckles have come up, haven't they?
A little bit. You look so, I was just saying how you look so like my niece.
Oh,
Can't
I
wait
wish
to show
you
you
had
the
a
pictures.
picture.
Literally the same shape face, but her hair is white as snow.
Oh.
And she's got the biggest blue eyes. Her name's Shannon. And she's got little glasses, but she's a bit like you. She's like this.
She pulled
She does all this, look. I go, do that. Why?
Look.
And then when she's talking, she goes, why am I doing this? She reminds me of you so much.
Really?
Yeah, she's quite funny. It'd be weird for her watching me. She just
I
understand
wish
it.
you brought a picture.
Yeah, but I did, but they've not given them to me. Did you bring pictures?
Yeah, but they've not given me any.
Who'd you bring them of?
But Mum and the dogs, me, because we're only allowed 3, weren't
I think it was 3. I brought 2, yes.
we? Me and my friend and me and Leon.
Who's Neil?
My sister's,
Little baby.
yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet. Being an aunt's amazing. It's like being an uncle.
I
Because
know.
you always think to yourself, I used to always think, how could they love them?
Cue important music. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to Big Brothers, Little Brothers
Cousin
with Victor Uboa.
and NB.
What a day we've had today. This is live in the snug. The housemates are fast asleep. And what have we done today, Victor?
Well, today we have had a very challenging task with which we had to learn a fully choreographed majorette dance routine amongst ourselves.
And how did we do?
We did, you know, just enough to scrape over the line. It was, you know, it wasn't rocket science to pass, but as usual, you know, BB housemates make it as hard as humanly possible for ourselves.
I think we kind of look like sort of
Pillocks.
jellyfish. Dancing jellyfish. But we passed the task. And also, we've had nominations.
Results.
Yeah. So technically, this could be the penultimate broadcast of Big Brothers Little Brothers Cousin.
It could be, and what a shame that would be, because this is a burgeoning, you know, thriving, cutting-edge show that would only be going from strength to strength the more and the longer it goes on.
It is. So, you know, who's up this week?
6 people. in
6
total.
people. And who are they? There's
There's
the Ocelot,
who is Nikki Graham,
who's Nikki Graham. There is the Wasp, who is
Ulrika Johnson,
There is the Kettle,
Nadia.
There is me.
Nick.
And there is, who else is up?
There's Chantel,
Chantel, we call Sparrow's Kneecap.
and the final person would be...
Who is it?
Who is it? Don't bloody know. There's Nikki, Chantel, Nadia, Ulrika,
Shaka.
Makosi.
Makosi, as in Paul McKenna is the second coming.
Hilarious.
I speak in the third person. Well, the house, again, is asleep.
It is. It's in really, really, really despondent mood. You know, housemates, ultimate housemates, selected from a pool of around about just under 200, are not doing their jobs in entertaining those who are subscribing to E4 to be entertained by what are deemed to be the greatest of all time.
And the 2 people that didn't get nominations, of course, Lovely Brian and the Wounded Badger, who actually did quite well, the dance
It
task.
was fantastic, to be fair.
He came out of his shell. Preston's been a bit sort of, you know,
Yeah, inhibited.
inhibited.
And now he's starting to come forward and show himself to be a rather useful housemate.
He looks a bit like George Sampson, doesn't he?
He does look a bit like George Sampson. He does, you know, a much older George Sampson who has now actually tasted the love of a woman.
Yeah, you probably know us as the villains of Big Brother. And
Which
you're
is not
probably-
necessarily what you should know us as, because we're actually your saviours as we're the ones making an effort.
And you're probably a bit disappointed that we haven't wreaked havoc quite yet. But, you know,
It's still early days.
still early days.
You know, keep this partnership going. It's something that will bear fruit. and will obviously keep you guys laughing and enjoying your time well into the early morning and dusky period of the next day.
Or you could always let us control the control room for a while, and we'll put the barking dogs on at night to wake them up.
Terrorise them with ghostly presences and spectres.
I think if we were in charge, we'd have a little button saying "release the rodent," and we'll press it.
And a whole stream of rodents would run in and nibble on the not ex-housemates, nibble on the ultimate housemates.
We'll let you into a small secret. We've asked for a sheet from Big Brother so we can put it over ourselves.
And perhaps prank a few of them. Like Nikki Graham, you know, or Ulrika. Ulrika's already a bit jittery anyway. I'm not sure that would work on her. It might send her over the edge and she'll be calling the Samaritans in the morning.
She might say, "Why are you putting a sheet over your head?" Well, Nikki, who believes in ghosts, thinks the house is haunted. In fact, everyone does. Because it rained and it flooded, they think the house is haunted.
By the spirits of one certain Jade Goody.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure myself. This woman is not for turning.
What, do you believe in ghosts?
I don't believe in ghosts, to be honest, no.
And tell me, are you glad you came into the house?
I'm very glad I came into the house, Nick Bateman. I'm extremely glad. I think that, obviously, the arrival of myself and a fully clothed Michelle Bass has brought a new energy to the house. Perhaps not the negative energy and nudity that was perhaps perceived and expected, but it's given a fresh impetus to those people who were perhaps floundering and dying on their feet, looking for something to believe in. Now, here we are.
Why do you think the boys buy fast cars and the female housemates buy bosoms?
I don't know, Nick. You tell me.
Well, it's
one of those age-old questions, you know? Same as, does blue balls really exist? You know, which I was asked earlier on today by one of the Nimrods that I live with. But therein lies the story.
One of the good things about the show, Live from the Snug, is